Hi dragonflies, welcome to take 787 of this particular video. Hello, how is everybody? I really hope you're doing well. Welcome if you've not been before. My name is Dilly, and if you have been before and you have been patiently sticking with me whilst I've had my little hiatus from YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'm so glad to be back. I hope and I think everybody knows why I've been away. I won't keep mentioning it. But I've decided that I'm going to come back today. It felt like the right time. And I'm coming back with a tarot tag. And that is the End of Year Tarot Tag by Chanel Days. And actually, I have literally, well, I say literally, I've done so many takes of this video. It was probably several hours ago now that I watched Mystic Man's response to this video. And it kind of made me go, do you know what? Come on, Dilly. Get back on YouTube. You really love it. My dad was the biggest cheerleader for this channel. He was my first subscriber. He watched every video. He was really proud, told so many people about it. And so, you know, to honour him as well, I felt I needed to get back to doing this. So yes, here I am. And this is my end of year tarot tag, ever so slightly late. So looking back at 2025 then, prompt number 1 is the deck that you loved using the most in 2025. There are quite a few that I could mention. Fyodor Pavlov I really love to use. I fell completely and unexpectedly in love with the Light Seers. Gosh, there are so many that I really enjoyed, but the one that I was most upset to put back on the shelf was the gorgeous Rhythm and Soul Tarot. I used this mid-year, I think. I can't quite remember. And I actually bought this on eBay and didn't realise until my first sort of video about it that I'd actually bought it from a fellow YouTuber, which is really cool. So that's a pre-loved tarot at its best, at its finest. This deck, oh, see, now I've got it out again. I'm getting all the feels for it. Music is so important to me. It's my other therapy. Aside from tarot, it sees me through most difficult times. And, you know, particularly sort of Americana, country music, folk, it's the kind of music that I currently play in my band. And you know, I love just rehearsing with them. Makes me feel good, makes me feel better. So this is a really personal deck, I think, for me. It's just, it's friendly and it's warm and it's soulful and deep. But I don't think this is one, I could be wrong, I might find the right person, but I don't think this is a deck I'd use to read for other people. I think this feels like a very me deck, a very personal deck. Look at that beautiful, beautiful gold. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, I always say the Wildwood is my soul deck. And it is, but oh God, this sits within that spectrum too, I think. It's just, oh, it's just gorgeous. It's different. I've not seen another deck like it. The artwork is really, really beautiful. Yeah, it's everything about this deck. not necessarily, I'm not talking sort of production, cardstock, like all those sort of things. What really matters in a deck is the feel and sort of how intuitively you can read it, and this is perfection as far as I'm concerned, on all those levels. Yeah, the Rhythm and Soul Tarot. Okay, prompt number 2 is your most recent edition. Now, one of the benefits of doing this sort of beginning to mid-January is that I have had chance to have a little look at all my Christmas prezzies, and I can share one of my newest acquisitions with you. I've got 3 or 4, but I think I'm going to show you an oracle deck, because this is the one I was most excited about getting, because I've been waiting for what seems like forever for this to be released. And this is Lady Sterling's Wicked Garden Oracle deck. I just hope you can see it. Let me just check the shot. So I've kept this one in the box just because unpacking this is an experience in itself. This is a US Games deck, and it's just, I'm going to try not to set fire to anything, but it's just beautiful. It's so, the quality of production is stunning, and it's just, like I say, it's like a real little experience just opening it. So you've got this lovely hardback guidebook, and it's not your average guidebook. I haven't had a massive amount of time to really get stuck into this, because I got it for Christmas. But then you get this lovely little journal, and what's gorgeous about it is that it just gives vibes of a sort of Edwardian lady sat in her garden with her sketchbook, and I love Destroying Angel. I've kind of got into mushrooms a little bit recently. You'll note that. And I actually have a friend that is very knowledgeable about all these things and was offered to take me foraging, so I'm quite excited about that. So yeah, you get that, and then look at this sweet little addition, Muriel Sterling Foundation. I mean, if that's not giving secret garden vibes, I don't know what is. Look at that. I mean, I don't know. It's obviously more important that the cards are good, right? But let's not mess around. This is a lovely thing to open. This is, a dopamine hit right there. And wouldn't it be a letdown if the cards were pants? But they're not. I really, really like them. So they've got this lovely matte black edging, and look at the backs. Aren't they beautiful? And now the cardstock is that kind of linen that sort of Llewellyn have used quite a lot. I'm just trying to think. The Bee Tarot, it's very similar to the Bee Tarot. And I know it's kind of Marmite for people, this cardstock. Definitely a love or hate. I love it. I really like it. I like the size of the cards in my hand, my little munchkin hands. I like that linen feel. And I'm not mad at how flexible they are, but also the illustrations are beautiful, and they've got this lovely gilding on each of the cards. I don't know if I can show you that properly. I love Faunus. I think that's my favourite card in the whole deck. And I've mentioned before, if you've watched before, I love facial expressions. I love seeing the expression and the thought processes, or the character of the people in cards. Not everybody is a people-y deck person, but I love to read people. I love to read their expressions, and sort of personifying these plants in sort of semi-human form is just so cool. Look at that. And they just draw me in. I think they're beautiful. I think this is a deck that is crying out for me to use it soon. And actually, do you know, bear with me a second, dragonflies, while I shuffle and rustle around, because there is a deck on my shelves that I now can't find.
What's the deck I'm thinking of? Is that real Art Nouveau style? It's not the Art Nouveau tarot, is it? Hang on a second. Bear with me. Let me pause for a second.
Okay, I've got it. The Ethereal Visions tarot. This is the Lunar edition. And I've just suddenly thought, I know this isn't a pairings video, but you know me. I tend to go off script fairly frequently. Oh yes, see, wouldn't they be lovely together? You've got gold and the silver, the sort of iridescent. It's an interesting way of doing a pairing, isn't it? Oh dear, this is why it's taken me several takes to do this video, because I'm so out of practice and quite nervous for some reason. I feel like this is my first ever video. Feels very sort of, I feel very uneasy. But yeah, I think that would be a really nice little pairing. Ooh, look at that. Just off the top of my head there. Yeah, that's really nice. So, excellent. I love that when you can automatically find a pairing for a deck. That's really cool. Anyway, I digress, as I tend to do. So yeah, I think it's a fabulous deck. I think it's beautifully produced. I wouldn't hate more cards. I think that, you know, there's a lot of production value and not a lot of cards. I think you could kick the number of cards up a little bit, but you can't have everything. Or can you? Maybe you can. But yeah, I think that apart from the fact I just want more cards, I think this is, I'm going to put this away in a minute. I think this is a really stunning deck. So now we're on to prompt number 3. And this is a deck that's not your usual style, but you're still vibing with it. And I don't know if this is cheating a bit as a review of the year, because I didn't get this until the end of the year. I got this for Christmas, but it totally fits the brief in terms of being not my usual style. I'm showing this one straight from the box as well, because again, this is so beautifully produced. There's some really stunning production on tarot decks at the moment, and this is no exception. This is a red feather deck, and this is the Couture Tarot by Megan Skinner. Explore a bold new visual tarot landscape expressed through the art of couture fashion. Now, if you've seen my videos before, you know that I'm a big fan of fashion history and fashion illustration. So this went on my Christmas wish list, but I didn't know really anything much about it other than the name. But I thought, you know what, it's the Couture Tarot. The box looks nice. Let's pop it on the wish list and see. And I hadn't really seen any pictures of the cards. Again, it's just, look, the production in this is gorgeous. Such a high quality box. And we have Haute Couture consists of secrets whispered from generation to generation. Yves Saint Laurent. See, that's right up my street already. And it's got this cute little guidebook, which I'll just flick through because I don't want to give too much away about the cards. And again, as this was a Christmas present, I haven't really delved into it. But the reason this is not my usual style or my usual pick for a deck is, can we just admire the interior and not set light to it? Is because this is, I think, my one and only collage style deck. And it's quite sort of magazine style, photographic, and just, yeah, not within my comfort zone. And there are a few cards that if I'd seen just those cards, like this one, for example, I quite possibly would have been completely put off of the deck and wouldn't have remotely had any interest in it, because it's just not the art style that I would go for. But having looked through it a few times, see that again, it's not, no, I'm not getting Three of Swords immediately. But what I do find is that there is so much detail and there are so many little things in the background to pick up on that actually I'm really drawn in by it. And there are certain cards like this Queen of Cups that kind of take my breath away a bit. And I've said before that I love a readable card. I'm not pip decks. I can get on with some pip decks, but I love detail. I like exploring a card. I like to sort of dig deep and find hidden messages and hidden symbols and secrets and Easter eggs in the back of them that just give more depth to a reading. Beautiful. So I think I'm going to find that in this deck in a way that I haven't before. So I've got a lot of very detailed decks, but they tend to be a very coherent image. Whereas these, I think, are kind of, I don't know that disjointed is the word, but they're such a sort of mishmash of imagery, and I think that's going to be really intriguing. So I'm not a collage deck person at all, but this one is intriguing me, and I'm definitely vibing with it. I love the sort of that lovely matte cardstock. It's got a gilded edge, which I am a massive fan of. And yeah, I am very, very intrigued by her. I think it's going to be one of those decks I really have to sit down and do a proper sort of interview with and dig down into before I start to actually properly use it for spreads. It's a definite study deck for me. But yeah, there it is. I could go on, and I normally do. But yes, that is the Couture Tarot, and that is my sort of maverick, not my usual style, but I'm kind of vibing with it deck. Right, so the next prompt is your favourite pairing of 2025. If you are at all familiar with my channel, it will not surprise you that I have picked the Earthwoman Tarot by Tarn Ellis and the Feminine Wisdom Oracle by Leah Android. Now, individually, I love these decks, but together they are heaven. They are just wonderful. There's the Oracle, and here is the Tarot. Now, not only have I used this pairing for myself a lot, but I have more recently, sort of over the Christmas period, done readings for other people and used these pairings. I've just turned the deck round and to try and get them all the right way up, and it's just clearly was just one card. Never mind. Anyway, they sing to each other. They are cut from the same cloth. They have the same vibe, the same soul. They are just the perfect pair. And I will probably be saying that in an end of year review every year until the end of time, because yeah, I cannot praise this pairing enough. I have been able to give really confident, clear, intuitive readings to the people that I've read for over Christmas in a way that I haven't before. And I don't know how much of that is down to using these decks. That has certainly helped. But also, I think that, I don't know, something, to quote Elphaba, something has changed within me. And yeah, I don't know what it is, but the confidence that I read with these two decks, for people that I've never read for before, was completely new to me. And yeah, I'm so grateful to these decks, and I'm so in love with them. And I better stop and pause the video now, because otherwise I am in danger of gushing for several more minutes. Okay, expect a waffly one for the next prompt. It's for divination accessories that you bought or made. anything, altar objects, dice, runes, cloths, bags, that kind of thing. And do you know what? It was a big buy year, 2025 for me, because starting the channel and really seriously practicing tarot and witchcraft for the first time, really kind of consistently, I suppose, meant that I kind of went into a frenzy of, I need all the things, and I need all the decks to show on my channel, and I need all the accoutrements and things, and you don't. You know, I'm subscribed to Witchcasket and I love it. I think it's wonderful. I love everything I get in it. Have I used it all? I've used some of it. I have a new pendulum, which I love, but I don't use it that much. I'd say it's really difficult, but this is going to be a really cheesy and a sort of, I don't know, not self-congratulatory, that's not the word I'm looking for, but I don't know, it's going to be a waffly old answer anyway. But I think the best accessory that I have, shall we say, acquired next prompt is a lot less serious, and this is great card backs. Again, so many choices, but you know, why not use this as a great excuse to show off another new deck that I got for Christmas? It's kind of, you know, it's a it's a sort of kill two birds with one stone or one video situation. This is the Verdance Tarot by Stephanie Puy-Munlaw, with forward by Ben Belwin. Come on, it's going to be good, isn't it? And so yes, this was on my Christmas list because I love Stephanie's decks. And look at this is one chunky guidebook. It weighs an absolute ton. So you know you're getting a decent amount of info in there. And if I can just yeah, this is the little card stand that you get, and here we go. These backs are so cute. I love bees on the back of a card. If ever I've done a backs video, you can bet your bottom dollar that that doesn't sound right in a sort of standard English accent, does it? Bet your bottom dollar. No, anyway, you can bet that there'll be bees on them because I love bees. Look how cute they are. I'm not raving about the cardstock. I'm not, Llewellyn, sorry. It's a little on the flimsy side for me, but they're so gorgeous. Look, they're just so delicate and pretty and whimsical. And yeah, sorry, it's all about the backs, isn't it, this prompt? But look, they're so gorgeous, these cards. So pretty. Look. I love it. But yeah, these are beautiful backs. I love the little sprinkles and the swirls, and yeah, it's definitely a bit of me, that one. So I'm aware that there's a lot of waffle going on. I do apologise, but yes, those are definitely a beautiful card back from 2025. Our next prompt is a deck with a theme you love. I waited so long, it feels, for this deck, because the minute I saw that it was coming out, the excitement. Just firstly, it's a John Matthews deck. We all know how I feel about John Matthews decks. I'm a big fan because I love his themes and most of his decks. It's illustrated by Will Kingan, and hit or miss, honestly, with his illustrations, but the theme. This is about the theme. And I have been so excited. And this finally arrived towards the latter part of the year. This is the John Dee Oracle. Now, as I've mentioned ad nauseum in other videos, I am a huge history geek, particularly the Tudor period. I've read countless books about Queen Elizabeth I. I've read about John Dee. Just, yeah, like this is just, it felt like a deck made for me. So that said, because this prompt is about the theme, this gets the mention because this theme, as I say, is right up my street. Love the guidebook, no problems with that at all. As you get with many John Matthews decks, you've got a little map there. But dragonflies, again, a lovely box, but oh gosh, I hate that I'm a little disappointed with the cards. Don't like the backs. Cardstock's okay, nice gilded edges, but I'm not. I don't. Is it me? Maybe I need to use them. I'm just mildly disappointed by them. They're falling a bit flat for me. I'm not averse to sort of etchings, line drawings, at all. But I don't know. I just felt a little flat when I opened it. Maybe I just bigged it up too much. Maybe I just gave it sort of so much hype in my head that whatever it looked like, it was bound to fall flat. But I mean, do you know, it's funny. I was really disappointed the first time I looked at it, and I'm less disappointed now. I like it a little more now. I think this is a grower. This one. Yeah, William Lilly. Okay, it's definitely one that I'm going to have to work with to. It's a typical John Matthews. It's not going to be straightforward. You're going to have to work with the guidebook. You're going to have to do some sort of digging and playing with it and researching it properly. And it's not a pick up and it's not wash and go. It's a bit more of a sort of full-on salon treatment, this one. But and again, I could do with a few more cards, honestly. I was a little bit sad about that. But the theme I am fully on board with. I think the cards actually maybe are growing on me, but it's definitely going to be one that needs a lot of delving into. But yes, the John Dee Oracle is the theme that I have been probably most excited about. Our next prompt, I can't remember what number we're on, is Most Beautiful Deck of 2025. And it doesn't have to be a deck that was released in 2025, just your most beautiful deck, if that makes sense. And again, gosh, there's so many. I mean, decks are sort of being produced at a rate of knots at the moment, and so many of them are just so stunning, and with gorgeous artwork, amazing production. There's a lot to choose from, but I went for this prompt with, I have shown this a couple of times, and I think this deck is absolutely stunning. It's an independently produced deck. I bought this on Etsy. This is Lucia Dami. I'm so sorry, I'm going to pronounce that incorrectly every time, but this is the Elysian Tarot. It's in this really beautiful little box. There's no big old boxes and massive kind of guidebooks, and it's just the deck. But it is utterly stunning. So there's the little book you get with it, and even the backs, look, the gilded stars. But then there's this matte gold edging, which is just, I love it so much. And the cards, oh my god, they're just beautiful with the gilding and the sort of speckly starry background. Let me get you some of the other suits and majors, but look how gorgeous. It's just, oh, I love it so much. I think even if I never used this, it would be a deck that I would keep because it is just so special. Look at the Knight of Arrows. It's just beautiful, and I haven't actually really read with it yet. I've looked at it. I've looked at it a lot because it's just gorgeous. And it's kind of simple too. It's not, I mean, there are some really beautiful decks that have really complex, detailed artwork, but this is just beautiful in its simplicity with the black and white and gold. But yeah, it's a really special deck, and I will sing its praises eternally because I just love it so much. That yeah, this had to be included as the most beautiful deck of 2025. I'm just going to leave you with that. Look at the star. Tell me you don't love it. Gorgeous deck. So the next prompt is a deck that you wish... Oh, look, I've just got half of the packaging there. Is a deck that you wish would be produced or made, or a unicorn deck that you really want. Oh, for goodness sake, do you know what? My brain is in a worse state than it's ever been at the moment. I've no idea what I'm talking about. What's the come out? Help me out here, Dragonflies, so I don't have to go and Google it because I'm currently recording on my phone. What's the indie tarot deck? It's had a few editions that's literally just rooms and spaces in an old house. No, it's ridiculous. I've mentioned it before. It's such a unicorn deck. And when I mentioned it previously, somebody said, oh yeah, you can go on their website and you can buy, I think it's the 10th anniversary edition. And I have tried so many times to purchase from their website, but the purchase will not go through. And so I've emailed and not had a reply. And the decks on, second hand are like 250 quid or more. And oh, it's so frustrating. I want the deck. I really want that deck, but I can't pay those prices for it. And oh, I really thought I could get my hands on it when I saw it on the website. But so yeah, if you can just, I'll try and put it up on the screen if I remember to Google it before I've finished editing the video. But if not, please remind me down below, because honestly, my brain is just not functioning. I'm just not, my brain is not braining today, as Mini Dilly would say. So that's a real unicorn deck. But also, I've talked before about Kit Williams' Masquerade, the book Kit Williams' Masquerade, and I've shown it in a video before, and it's the most gorgeous book that I remember from my childhood. My parents had, and it's a picture book, and there's sort of a little poem in it, and you can kind of pick out a little hair in each image, and it leads you to a specific place in the UK. It's a long story, but the artwork in Kit Williams' book is just so gorgeous and magical and mysterious, and the theme is just so wonderful. And I just think that it would be a wonderful inspiration for a tarot deck. But I'm sure there are things like copyright and who owns the right to the illustrations, probably the family and everything. So it's just, yeah, that would be a deck I would fall over backwards to buy for sure. So I'm going to tackle the last few prompts together with the same deck, because it's the deck I'm currently using, so it seems quite fitting. That is I'm dropping all my cards. That's the Green Codex Tarot. Bear with me while I pick them up. Which is a great deck. It's another Christmas present, and I've been working with it thus far through January, and I love it. Now, first thing I'm going to do is the next prompt, prompt 10, which is a card that sums up 2025. Well, now Mystic Mand, I know, chose the Tower, and I nearly did choose the Tower. Also a card which I pulled maybe 2-3 days before I lost my dad. But I decided against it for that reason, because it's very much sort of, I'm kind of very much linking it with that one particular event, which obviously was the biggest event in 2025. But instead, I've gone, where did I put that card? Did I put it on the bottom or top? Oh, I put it on the, hang on. You see, I get myself prepared for these videos and then it all goes pear-shaped. And I can't find it at all. That's weird. Yeah, there we go. I've chosen the Three of Swords for 2025. Because there has been a lot of, I mean, God, this could be for the last 3 years, honestly, but there's been a lot of difficulty, a lot of loss, a lot of heartache in those few years, and obviously in the last few months. But also with the Three of Swords, there's this feeling of not staying in that place and being able to move forward. And in this particular sort of version of the card, this sort of feeling that, yes, she's been stabbed in the back, she's been heartbroken, but it's kind of brought in a really weird way, I guess you could say. It's kind of brought them together and it's given them this closeness. And I kind of feel that too from this year. I feel that I'm closer than ever with my immediate family, and understanding the importance even more of that closeness. And also the kind of sense of getting through things together and being supported. But the sense of, you know, it's a bit of advice I give to Mini Dilly a lot, which is you can be sad and that's okay. And that's right in this situation. It's normal in this situation, but you're only visiting. Don't park up, unpack your stuff and live there. You have to sort of see a way forward as well. And that's kind of where I am with the sort of transition from 2025 to 2026. So again, that got really deep, didn't it? But yeah, I think it's that seems like the appropriate card for 2025. And then the next prompt is kind of a reflection on your tarot practice from 2025. Now, leading up to October, I was really positive about my practice. I grew in confidence, I grew in knowledge. Starting this channel helped those things immensely. The sort of creation of my own little tarot deck, which still is something that I'm keeping to myself at the moment. It was for educational purposes, to really sort of allow me to get to grips with each card on a personal level and my sort of thoughts, feelings, interpretations of the cards, which helped me hugely. And I was in a positive place. I have my tarot journal and my sort of little tarot routine, if you like, that I stuck to every day. And it became habit and it was really therapeutic. It gave me an awful lot of comfort and help. And yeah, so on the whole, I think 75% I feel really positive about my practice. But then from the end of October onwards, I just couldn't pick a deck up. I stopped the journal. I put the decks I'd been using back on the shelf. And I couldn't pick up a deck and I couldn't read. And I don't know why. I don't know whether it was just a feeling of, I don't need to, because I know what's happening here. I know why I feel the way I feel. I understand why it's happened. I'm and I think it was something I have to work through without tarot. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. It's a weird thing, but yeah, I just hadn't felt able to really use my practice in the way I had done up until that point. So, but then I don't think that's necessarily a negative thing. I think sometimes you need something that makes you step away and reevaluate and that kind of thing. And I suppose maybe there was a degree of me sort of, as I said, buying decks and making sure I had new ones to put on the channel, making sure there was always something for me to talk about, and actually sort of forcibly having a break from the channel and from my normal practice to just allow myself to feel and process myself. I think that was probably actually quite valuable. But then, conversely, over the Christmas period, I read for the first time for people that I've never read for before. I normally only read for myself and occasionally sort of my husband, maybe close family, but I actually read for a few friends. And I read in a way I've not done before. I read really confidently. That was, as I said earlier, with the Earthwoman Tarot and Feminine Wisdom Oracle. I read really confidently, really clearly, really intuitively, and I got a really great response. And the things I said made real sense to the person I was reading for. So that then has given me a boost to go, no, I can't, look, I've had the break, but it's not the end for tarot, thank God, because I'm sat here looking at all my decks on my shelves and thinking, oh, what am I going to do with all of those if I don't get back into tarot? So yeah, I am fully back into my tarot now. I've got a new journal. I've started the journal, but I'm a bit more relaxed. I'm not going to be quite so hard on myself if I miss a day or a week or whatever. And yeah, this is the first sort of deck I'm working with, the green Codex Tarot, and I really, really like it. I love the artwork and the color palette. It's sort of muted tones, and it's a real easy reader. It's got the same sort of qualities as the Earthwoman Tarot in that sense, in sort of terms of readability for me, and I love it. I really have connected with this deck straight away, and that's a very cool thing. And then finally, it's pull a card or show a deck for the new year. So I'm kind of doing both. So this is my deck for the new year. This is my January deck. And I had already pulled a card from this for the new year. And when I did a reading a couple of days after, this card also came up. And this is a card that keeps on coming up in this deck for me at this time. So rather than pick another one, I'm going to show you this one because it's the one that's already come up for me as a card for this year. And I'm pleased. It's a card I'm really pleased to see because I think more than anything this year, just a little bit of peace and balance would be nice. I'm not asking for anything exciting or massive to happen, just a little bit of peace and calm and, quiet would be nice. A little bit of temperance, a little bit of balance in the world and in my life would be really, really greatly appreciated, honestly. So, that's the card that I've been, that's been stalking me for the beginning of 2026. And I'm happy that it's this one because it knows what I need this year. So there we are. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Thank you again for your patience. If you have been waiting around and stayed subscribed, waiting for me to come back and waffle at you, as is my way, I'm really so grateful. I'm grateful for the wonderful messages I've had. I'm grateful for the community. I'm grateful for tarot again, and I'm back. So I can't promise how regular the uploads are going to be to begin with, but they will be coming, and yes, there will be more Dilly silliness and waffle and disorganization coming again. So look out, and thank you again. Take care, dragonflies.